Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another replay cast. Today we are looking at the game in the Jagdpanzer, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer, playing on Highway, one of my least favorite maps in the game, as those of you who watch my streams are well aware. And we start off with a really shitty note. All of our mediums are going towards the city, and if you look at the matchmaking, we actually had more and better mediums, so we actually had a really solid chance to win the 1-2 line and win the game pretty much off that. But instead, our mediums decide that they're gonna farm some VN8 by sniping from the bridge, which is a terrible position even for the snipiest of TDs, not even talking about medium tanks, especially, as I said, if matchmaking is actually in our favor with them having just generally more medium tanks. And what that pretty much means is that we're gonna have a hard time fighting in the city. We're gonna definitely lose the field, and we're gonna have a really hard time trying to win this game just because of these medium plays right here. And without Artie, I would have actually been happy to sit there in the on the field side and support them, but obviously I can't really do that if we just don't have any mediums to support. I'm gonna get rushed and be stuck in the open with the Jagdpanzer, which is gonna play out as well as being stuck in the middle of the open in a spot the Jagdpanzer usually plays out. But anyways, that is not gonna happen, so we're gonna have to regroup and head towards the city with our abysmally slow tank, which is gonna take for fucking ever. And it's annoying as shit, of course, but yeah, I mean, it's Highway. Highway is just such a bad map in so many ways. We do get some spotting over all of our medium campers here. We are actually the one to do the spotting. And we're gonna have to move up sooner or later. The problem with the Jagdpanzer in this kind of angle is that, like, I can't really afford to fully aim these shots in this position. Even though there is no RD, I might still get shot in the side. And if I don't fully aim, I'm always gonna bounce. That's just, or miss. That's just how Jagdpanzer works. That was pretty bad. I should have shot him before he shot me. I should not have given him the chance to start driving away, because then I'm gonna miss pretty much every time. And as you can see, their enemies are outnumbering us heavily in the city, and nobody's really playing the field either, so we're kind of stuck in this terrible strategy where our team kind of just all wants to sit back and snipe, and everybody doing that, it's always gonna be a bad time. And this is what I'm telling you about the fucking Jagdpanzer, man. This gun is so bad, it's just not funny. Like, every time you're not fully aimed and staring at somebody who's sitting in the open, if your gun has a chance to miss, it's gonna fucking miss. And that's just generally my experience with the tank. But we're almost loaded and we might bounce off something else, but instead we pick up the IS-7 kill. That was a decent first, well, that was a decent first shot if it was the first shot, but it was like the third, and it's the first one to do damage, but at least we pick up a kill in it as well. And you can see how quickly our team is evaporating, and this looks like a really stinky situation to be in. And with this kind of accuracy, I'm gonna have a hard time here as well. And my enemies are able to snipe my lower plate without really aiming much, while I'm failing to do anything really. So this game is shaping up to be quite the stinker. We do pick up the second kill, but the IS-4 actually manages to shoot my lower plate there once again. So everything pretty much working against me in this game. IS-4 is sniping my lower plates across the map, me bouncing or missing every shot I can fucking bounce or miss. So things have been better for me in this game, and the enemy team keeps on picking up our teammates. So yeah, we're obviously not in a good shape here. We still do have some tanks in the city, so it's not completely over. And now finally we get a... That shot could have missed. That was not perfectly aimed. I aimed a bit too high up and had to punish through it, but we do manage to do that in the end, so it works out fine. Now, APCR spamming 215B is gonna be an issue here as well. We can't obviously angle against that, so we're gonna have to just fuck off and try to get some shots on the rest of his teammates instead. We still haven't done anything. We have picked up 2 kills, but that's pretty much all there is that I have done. Maybe we'll get the shot on this 103, and yeah, I mean, Jagdpanzer, man, it's just too fat and too stupid for the most part. You can see that nice APCR pen into the side there. But anyways, trying to fall back now, because obviously we're gonna lose the city. I mean, duh. When you have so many campers doing nothing, you're obviously gonna lose both flanks. The field, look at it. We had pretty much nobody playing the field, and we still could have won the field. Like, and that just shows you, like, if our medium tanks weren't like dumbasses, we would have had such an easy time winning this game, and they would have probably had much better games as well. But instead, we're stuck in this shithole trying to fight for our lives here against the enemy heavies that they had way more of than we did, so they had a huge advantage on this side. So now this shot is a bit dodgy. I mean, it is through a fence, but we do actually high roll it, so somehow Lady Luck has returned to our Jagdpanzer, and we're actually hitting shots and getting some high rolls as well. So, you know, things could definitely be worse. We're still not on a lot of damage, only sitting at 3k at the moment, but we have picked up 3 kills along that, so it is not too bad. Also, it's quite hilarious that you can't drive through this water tower with a Jagdpanzer, but you know, such is life, I suppose. Now the enemy's push kind of died off. They couldn't really push into those DDs too much, but we're still obviously not out of the woods yet. There's still plenty of enemies here, and we know that the FE is spamming full APCR, so we're not really going to bounce anything from him. So yeah, this still is a shitty situation to be in. Our Leopard is leaving us here as well. The enemies still have a Jagdpanzer on quite a lot of hit points as well, so this could still turn out very bad for us. We just need to chill here and see what the enemy team decides to do. They still had a Leopard as well, who could have came around to the city, and that's kind of what I would expect that he would do at this point. He hasn't been spotted in forever, and he hasn't really been picking up any kills either, so you would think that he relocated somewhere, but I'm just kind of getting nervous that I might get shot from that side, so I am backing off a bit, but nothing really seems to be happening. So finally the enemy team picks up the field, playing against 3 tanks, which 2 of them were tier 9s, I guess, as well. So yeah, it's like literally nobody was playing the field, and it took pretty much half the game for the enemy team to dispatch of that. So yeah, you can only imagine what would have happened if we had both of our, or all 3 of our tier 10 mediums playing that side, but that did not happen. But yeah, kind of chilling here. Haven't really done anything for quite a while, but the cards are in the enemy team's hands. They need to make some plays. They need to try to push this. They have the advantage. We have the campers. The sad part is, I mean, they actually don't need to do anything. They just need to wait for the 140 and the Leopard to flank, and then they're golden. There's nothing really we can do against that, but I don't think I can really justify turning around with my Jagdpanzer, and if I don't just sit here, my other play is to rush down that hill to my right, and that's also seems like a terrible play, so I'm probably not going to be doing that. Finally, we have some movement. IS-4 finally gets spotted. Kind of retreated as well. I don't know why did I really retreat. I mean, I guess we had quite a lot of campers here, but still retreating so far back seems like a bit of a silly move against camping TDs that you'll struggle to spot. But yeah, we still haven't done anything, haven't found anything, just driving forwards and backwards, kind of keep moving just so I'm not sitting in the same place, even though last time I was spotted I was pretty much sitting here. So as far as the enemies are concerned, I was just chilling here for the last 4 minutes or so, which is pretty much what I've really been doing anyways. So now the IS-4 is coming forwards. He does get spotted, and now this is kind of a dodgy shot. I thought he's gonna be behind the fence, but he's behind the second building as well. I mean, that's just bad situational awareness. I could have looked at the mini map and so on, and it could have worked out fine for me, but he might have actually not seen that shot, so it might not be all bad for me. And it seems that he is not completely aware that I might be here, so that is something I have going for me. The problem though is that I'm playing a Jagdpanzer and I'm going to be proxied, and we still have no idea where that Leopard is, so this is still can be really bad. Also, the rest of our team just died. Also, that shot from the IS-4 was really sad. I need that gorilla to shoot the IS-4, and he fucks up the first shot. He is in a platoon with that Leopard that was playing here as well, so we probably shouldn't expect too much from him. But yeah, I mean, I can't do anything against an IS-4 in this position. He needs to throw big time. He can also just flat out rush me every once in a while. I'm trying to go around, but I mean, how effective is that gonna be ever? Like, yeah, this is this effective. Fucking playing Jagdpanzer, man. Feels bad, but finally the IS-4 overcommits and I can pick up the kill, and after that I can actually shoot the FV if he's not careful. Also, I have this IS-4 as a hull down cover, which is obviously completely useless because the FV is spamming full APCR and can just pen my superstructure, aka my sick Jagdpanzer armor is worth nothing because he pressed the 2 key. But anyways, it's still better than nothing. We're gonna push him forwards. We're gonna be able to push him through that building and get the shot on the FV, hopefully, and that is exactly what happens. And we pick up that FV. That was a very important kill here. And next in the line is the Jagdpanzer. We have no idea where the Leopard is. He hasn't been spotted in forever, and the Convoy hasn't been spotted for a while as well. But he's kind of being kept in check by the VKB, so that is not too bad. So the Guerrilla is trying to locate the Jagdpanzer as well, but the Leopard actually spots me and is behind the Guerrilla, and that's going to be, well, not the hardest fight for the Guerrilla to win. He needs to shoot the Leopard twice, and he can definitely do it. The Leopard's DPM isn't that high, but he's in a TD that doesn't have fully rotating turret, so his chances to win that fight are actually kind of low if the Leopard isn't a bit silly or doesn't get really unlucky. But here we have the dance of the Jagdpanzers. I do track him with the first shot, and he does use a repair kit, so that's obviously not great, and this is just, you know, not really to say about it. I don't know what he was doing. Also, look at that color pattern lineup, so beautiful. But anyways, this is the Jagdpanzer dance. I don't know how the hell did the enemy guy let me do that to him, but he did, and now he actually fucked up. He gave me some distance to work with. Also, I was hoping you can't actually drive through that, but I should still be fine. He's never gonna outturn me here, and as long as I nail my second tracking shot, I'll be able to go behind him once again, and that's exactly what happens. Also, the Guerrilla does pick up the Leopard, so I don't have to be worried about getting flanked, and we can start the Jagdpanzer dance number 2. This one is way in my favor though, as I have his back. Anytime I just decide to drive backwards a bit, I'm gonna have his side, and I'm almost done reloading as well, so we should be able to pick this up, and that is the game. Alright, so Ace Tanker, Top Gun, High Caliber, got 5,454 experience with the triple, did 6,255 damage, 269 assisted, and we picked up 6 kills as well as 1212 base XP. Not really the highest damage game ever for a Jagdpanzer, but we fucking had to work our ass off for that one. I mean, there was some bad shots as well made by me, but generally this game was made so fucking hard by those mediums that decided they are actually better at being heavy tanks than the actual enemy heavy tanks, which put us at a huge disadvantage throughout this entire game, and luckily we were able to claw in this and actually win it in the end. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast, and I'll see you on the next one.